Good morning, everyone. It's actually I'm very honored to be here this morning with Kלכליסט. And I'm not sure it's planned like this, but just in a nutshell about myself, actually I served in 8200 for a long, long time, a little bit more than five years. And after that, I actually moved to another intelligence unit, ISA, the Israeli Security Agency. So I kind of a growth inside the intelligence community in Israel for quite a long time. In between, I was CISO of a few organizations, Chief Information Security Officer in a few organizations in Israel. So, and you know, I heard Shmulik, and I heard Nimrod, and I heard the other people, and Nadav also talking about how can we do more and how can we do better with the existing resources that we have right now. When I say resources, I mean the budgets, I mean the manpower that we have, even the policies and the procedures that we already implemented and putting in place already in our organizations. But how can we do more with that in the race, the really endless race between us and the bad guys? And this is those kind of questions we asked when we established CyberGym, we incorporated CyberGym about 6 years ago. Together with ISC. And we took this journey in the last 6 years under those questions, under those assumptions, how can we do more and how can we do it better? So I'm going to spend the 8 minutes that I have to talk to you a little bit about these efforts that we did and we're still doing and how we're going to do it in a better way with the existing resources that we have right now. And you probably know those statistics, those numbers, but a lot of organizations investing between 4 to 6% of their IT budgets on cybersecurity defense, cybersecurity products, cybersecurity consulting services. The optimal or the ideal number, according to the researches that we did, it's between 10 to 14% from the IT budget, not for the total budget of the organization. The average number is 6. So no one actually even getting closer to the ideal or the optimum number that they need to invest. And this is, I'm mentioning those numbers, I'm mentioning those numbers and those statistics just to say that we are having a perspective, we're having a mindset in the last 10, 15 years when we are dealing with cybersecurity, which is fixed. We're doing that all the time. We say, okay, I'm going to invest 5, 6, 7, 8% of my budget. I'm going to buy more products. I'm going to hire more cybersecurity experts. I'm going to hire more consulting companies to do all kind of vulnerability assessment and penetration tests. And that's it. That's it, more or less. And I heard Nadav. I heard him more than once in these kind of presentations. And other people were saying, you need to think a little bit different, much different. And as long as we will continue and think in this way, consulting services, budgets, products, manpower, hiring more people, hiring more companies, it's not going to work. Because the bad guys, because the people, the offensive guys, the bad organizations around the world, and again, it doesn't matter if it's a lone wolf, or, an individual, or a national level bad guys, think differently. Think actually the exact opposite. They don't care about your budgets. They don't care how many projects you have. They don't care about how many people you're going to hire. The way that they operate, the way that they're executing their attacks, their malwares or whatever, is totally different than the way that we protect ourselves. So this endless fight between us and the bad guys is actually have to be in a totally different perspective, a totally different way how to do it. And you know, it's not gonna reduce. It's not gonna be less and less attacks. Actually, it's gonna increase. In the last few years, we saw more than takes one example which everyone knows about, like ransom attacks examples around the world. It's been increased. It's been multiplied by 15 in the last 2 years, and it's an industry that makes hundreds of millions of dollars every year for the bad guys. So they're not going to stop, or it's not going to make their life more difficult if you're going to hire more people, or if you're going to put more and more products on the ones that you already have. And I have no problems with FireEye, Cisco, or Checkpoint, or any other security products around the world. Like I said, I'm coming from the tech industry, from the intelligence industry, which I love technology. But as a CISO, as a former CISO, sometimes from the other side of the line, I said, it's not the silver bullet. It's not the solution. Even if I'm going to get a lot of money and endless budget for my CEO or for my board, it's not the solution. I'm not going to solve the problem. I'm not going to say I have the silver bullet, I have the perfect solution for that. What I'm looking for is a different solution. The different solution from CyberGym perspective, from the way that we thought 6 years ago, like I said, and it's a journey, and I'm going to give examples all the time for my ICs or for many other anchor customers that we are working with around the world. IC, the Israeli Electricity Corporation in Israel, is one of our main shareholders, but also one of our anchor customers in the last 6 years, and fully adopt our approach by working with the human factor. I'm saying you have enough technologies. Maybe you need to add one or two products or solutions, but you have enough. As an enterprise level organizations, you invested so much money around in the last few years in products and solutions, which you just need to utilize. We just need to take those technologies, those products. You need to take your manpower that you already hired. You need to work with your consulting firms and leverage them to do a better cybersecurity in your organization, to protect your organizations much better. And to do that, you need to utilize the capabilities and the skills that you already have inside of your organizations. But to do that, you need to do it in the right way. And again, we believe that as an organizational level, as a group level, this is the right way to do it, and not as an individual. I have like 5, 6 different certifications from different vendors around the world, which I collected along the years of my professional years. But it's not relevant. I cannot protect my organization. I cannot, defend my organization by myself. I need to have a group of people. I need to have I would say, organizational effort to protect myself. And this is the way that we think how to think different and how to do more with the existing resources, the existing stuff that you already have. But you have to do it in a certain way, which we believe it's a real platform around the world and in an organizational level, and not do that only on individuals. When we are approaching our customers, when we approached IC, Hitachi in Japan, and I have our partner from Japan, and other organizations, we analyzed the organization and said, this is the types of the different employees that you have in your organization, and this is what we want you guys to do as a certification plans for the different types of the employees, and then to be able to protect those different attacks or different threat models that we build together with you or we analyze together with you, protect your organization against those cyber attacks and those cyber threats. But you have to do it globally. You cannot do it locally. You cannot do it by yourself or just with the existing resources that you have. You want to do it globally. You want to step into every facility around the world. You want to step in to every place or geographical place that we have facility, and to step in and to have a training, to have a certification, to have a qualification, to get a qualification from our experts around the world. And as a CyberGym, we say, listen, just log in online, ask any training or book any training that you want, go to the nearest facility that you have. You can even book a different cybersecurity threats or cybersecurity offensive platform and profile that you want. You can be trained against the Chinese, against the Israelis, against the Americans, against whatever you want, and be certified according to that. So the accessibility for our platforms around the world will help you to certify your groups, your organizations faster and better and much more effective. This is the way that we believe will cost you, will gain you much more defense or raise your level of protection or your defense of your organizations with the existing manpower that you already have, with the existing budgets that you already have, and of course with the existing technologies that you already have. Thank you very much for this short presentation. Thank you for your time. Thank you.